welcome to this edition of Bearcat Update and Griffon Update. I'm the host of Bearcat Update, Tim Hanna. Beside me, Amaree Martin, the host of Griffon Update. Pleasure to have you on today.
I'm so excited to be here. How are you?
It's good. It's beautiful weather. It's going to be a great game. Hopefully, the Griffons, 4-6 coming to this one, taking on the 10-0 Bearcats. I know, no shade meant by the records, but unfortunately, the season has not gone as you guys expected.
Well, congratulations on an outstanding season. You guys have had a phenomenal play. Quarterback Zimmerman, he's had an awesome season so far. But one thing I must say, the Bearcats, you have a great defense, but I don't think you guys have faced an offense that is explosive and can run the ball like the Griffons. But let me tell you why the reason I say that.
Okay.
Sophomore running back, Josh Caldwell.
He's good. He's really good. I mean, there's a reason you guys average 200 yards a game and are the best run game in the MIAA. But the Bearcats also best run defense in the MIAA. They only give up 74 yards a game. And there was one outlying game where we gave up like 150. That's why that's so high. It should be below 50. If you do not remember, though, national championship last year, I think we held them to negative yardage running. So, you know, we could see that again. I'd like to see that again today.
Well, you know what? I think this game is going to be a fast-paced game. Missouri Western is ranked number 3 in total offense. Bearcats number 1 in total offense. So this is going to be a pretty intense game today.
I think there's going to be a lot of passing, too. I know your running game's so good. That's something you guys need because our secondary isn't totally down pat as they were last year. Not as strong. We lost a few guys. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, especially with your backup quarterback in. As you said, you're starting with an injury. So it's going to be an exciting game. So
Corey Bertini has actually shut up pretty good so far. I mean, with Skylar's injury, he has to step up, you know, and that's what I think this team is doing. And along with our defense, Darian Bass, Dante Watkins, Jonathan Owens, Cody Lindsay, our defense is going to show a big impact today.
It's going to be a good game. I think our offense will keep scoring. Smallest margin of victory for the Bearcats, 21. My prediction is we win by 28.
Okay, my prediction is completely different. I have the Griffons winning 38-31.
38-31 by 7.
Hey.
I think the spread is like 31 right now. Okay, so
it's going to be a high-scoring game.
It will be. And for those who don't know, we have a little bet going on. We threw it up on Twitter. If the Bearcats win, you will be sporting a Bearcat t-shirt.
Do y'all think I'll look good in green? You think I'll look good in green?
I'll get the shirt for you.
But I think you'll look good in black and gold, though.
This is the shirt.
I think he'll look good in that.
If they win, I wear this, but they're not going to win, so.
What? You should have held it like the mannequin challenge.
All right, let's go to the highlights now and check this one out. Let's see how it turns out. The Bearcats would get off to an early start as they would ride the legs of Phil Jackson and the arm of Kyle Zimmerman in the first half, getting out to a quick lead and then going to halftime up 17-3 on the Griffons of Missouri Western, and they would really turn it on in the second half. Zimmerman with a huge running touchdown as he'd scramble out of the pocket, up the middle, split 2 defenders, run right and dive over 1 into the end zone for the score in the second half. And then Kevin Berg, the birthday boy, the senior team captain, getting an interception on his birthday and able to return that about 15 yards there. And the Bearcats, as I said, dominate both sides of the ball as they would win 44-3 over Missouri Western. And in case you missed the first part of the segment, that means Amaree Martin will be wearing a Bearcat t-shirt come Griffon Update next week. We'll have to get a picture of that for next show and check out how she looks in Bearcat green. That's all the time we have for this segment. Stay tuned. We've got Bearcat volleyball, Spoofhound football, and even some basketball. It is that time of year here on Bearcat Update. Stay tuned. KNWT, Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update as we take a look at the Northwest Volleyball team as they got back on track after coming off a 5-game losing streak last Friday as they took on the Lindenwood Lions in Bearcat Arena. And what a matchup it would be, led by Miranda Foster. She'd have 11 digs and 8 kills for the Bearcats. She'd add a pair of blocks and 1 service ace. The Cats would sweep Lindenwood in 3 sets by scores of 25-22, 25-17, and 25-22. Alexis Williams hit 33% for the match with 6 kills. Defensively, she had a match high 6 blocks with a pair of digs. The Bearcats had an impressive showing this weekend, and they'll be back in action as the MIAA tournament is coming up later in the season. But right now, we're going to take another look, go backwards. I know we did some Bearcat football. We're now going to talk Spoofhound football. As the Spoofhounds were in action also on Saturday at 12:30 in the afternoon. Kind of a weird thing Misha does, where they had an afternoon game Saturday because Center had to drive 2 hours from Kansas City. Anyways, they came all the way up, and the Spoofhounds took it to them. Let's take a look at the highlights with Joe Andrews.
The Hound Pound was met by a battle of 2 undefeated teams Saturday afternoon as the Spoofhounds coasted the Center Yellow Jackets. Maryville opened up the game with an 82-yard effort, ending with a 1-yard touchdown by Trey Oglesby. Following the 2-point conversion, the Spoofhounds led 8-0. Center's Norvell Trent responded with a touchdown of his own, but a missed PAT put the game at the advantage of the Spoofhounds with a score of 8-6. Coming out at halftime, the Spoofhounds trailed 9-8. A 10-yard touchdown by senior John Zimmerman increased Maryville's lead to 16-9. Center responded with another touchdown with a 3-yard pass from Norvell Trent to Landon Douglas. Following the missed field goal, the Spoofhounds still led 16-15. The Spoofhound defense held the Yellow Jackets back for the rest of the game, supporting 1 more touchdown by Eli Dallas, leading to a 23-15 Spoofhound victory.
Well, we talked about it, after you get out of districts, you really talk about we talk about the heart of a champion and what that means, and none of these are going to be easy, and the Kansas City Center's Brian DeLong does an outstanding job. I mean, that is a heck of a group of kids, players. I mean, that was a hard-hitting football game in every direction, and you hate for anybody to be a loser this time of year. It's not a great feeling because your season ends, but that is a great football team, and our kids' mindset is one at a time, and we've talked about it since this time 365 days ago, a year ago, in that quarterfinal loss, and this group of seniors done an outstanding job leading, and just the playmakers stepped up when we needed them to today.
And the Spoofhounds would take that one over KC Center 23-15 on a beautiful Saturday. Spoofhound fans and Bearcat fans alike both getting away with victories. What a Saturday it was. They'll be in action against Miller Career Academy next weekend in St. Louis as they will travel there for the semifinal of the Class 3 state final. We're now going to take a quick break here from Bearcat Update, live from Bearcat Stadium. What a night it is on this beautiful night here following the Bearcat game and their victory over Missouri Western. We'll take a quick break. Stay tuned. You're watching Bearcat Update. Welcome back to Bearcat Update, and it's that time of year. Basketball season is at hand, and for the men's basketball team, they kicked the season off on Friday against Upper Iowa as they drove down to Missouri Western to take part in the Hilliard Top Classic. Now, other than Chris, Ibu, and Dow, the rest of the team was able to make it down there. Chris out with an illness, but the team really didn't need him as they would dominate early. In the first half, Pitts would take over for majority of the game, Pitts was beating Upper Iowa by himself, as Justin Pitts would go into halftime with 22 points, and Upper Iowa would go into halftime with, you guessed it, 22 points. The Bearcats would lead 46-22, and it would be all Justin Pitts, the reigning MIAA Player of the Year, and possibly most would think one of the best players in Division II, if not the best player. And the way he's playing right now, he's really up for that end of season award, as he would go 11 for 16, 7 for 11 from three-point land. He'd have 31 total points, 4 assists, and 4 steals in 31 minutes of action. The Bearcats would go on to win this game final 87-52. Now the Bearcats will be in action this Thursday, taking on Augustana, the reigning D2 national champions, in Bearcat Arena. Be sure to come on out and check that one out. It's going to be an amazing game, and what a show it will be. We'll now take a look at women's basketball, as the Lady Bearcats were also in action on Friday, taking on Ouachita Baptist down in Bolivar, Missouri, at a tournament hosted by Southwest Baptist University. Now, they would squeak out with a win 78-70, getting their first win of the season and kicking their season off right, especially after last season ended in such rocky fashion, as they would only get 5 wins on the entire season. But what a start it was. Tanya Meyer led the way. She had a career-high 31 points, 11 rebounds. Taryn Scholl also had a career-high 11 rebounds herself. And the Bearcats would out-rebound Ouachita Baptist 35-25, and they would get 16 total steals on the night. They'll be in action Wednesday night, the day before the boys take on Augustana. So if you want to get some Bearcat basketball in, you got Wednesday and Thursday night of this week. Come check it out in Bearcat Arena. I know I'll be there. That's all the time we have for Bearcat Update. It was nice to get out of the studio once again in lovely Bearcat Stadium. Bearcat Stadium this time, now Bearcat Arena. I know I said it wrong last week. We're fixing it. Be sure to check us out every Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock right here on KNWT Channel 8. Follow us on Twitter, Bearcat Update _8, and Bearcat Update on Facebook for all your news about sports. We're even got a Periscope. We're going to start going live events and Periscoping a little bit. You're going to want to check it out. That's all the time we have. Tim Hanna, out.